SR TV. Innovative content, global audience. SR TV. Innovative content, global audience.
Okay. Let me add myself to the screen. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this very historic occasion. Hi, everyone. Welcome to this very historic. Okay, I'm hearing some echo on my side. Don't worry, don't mind me. Today is the beginning of our town hall meetings where we shall be bringing those who are vying for political offices, our stakeholders, key personnel in Nigeria, to talk us through the polity of Nigeria as we approach 2023. Today, we have a special guest. It's not somebody, it's not new to the media. He's going to be here with us. He's right here on the studio. His name is Hon Ben Igbakpa Roland. He's a member representing my constituency, which is Ethiopia constituency, at the current House of Assembly, House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Ben will be talking us through a lot of things tonight. He's never afraid of the media. In fact, this is his terrain. And we hope that you have your questions ready. What is a town hall meeting? A town hall meeting is where you meet everybody at once. So this is not a show where he's going to meet with me alone. It's a place where people he's meeting with everybody. This time it's virtual. So if you have any questions, please do so. Get it ready. As when I ask you of two questions, I'll open it for everybody to ask. Now, for those of you who are joining us now, you can watch this show on our website, which is www.superiorradioandtelevision.com. It's scrolling on the screen. And it's on our YouTube. All this information are scrolling on the screen. So wherever you can join, please do. And if you have any questions, please call +44 7459 071747. Let me repeat the number. +44 7459 071747. Let me quickly, before we start wasting more time, let's bring Honorable Ben Igbakpa. You're on the screen. You're welcome to the town hall meetings all the way. Currently you're in the US, I'm in London. That's the beauty of all this, and people are joining us from all over the world. So let me leave you to first introduce yourself and welcome to the show. Introduce yourself and enjoy the beautiful evening because we are excited to have you on the studio, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother, for having me, for the opportunity, for the platform. My name remains Honorable Ben Roland Igbakpa. I am from Ethiopia West. I represent the federal constituency of Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West in the Green Chambers of the National Assembly. I am just one of you, a village boy, but to the glory of God, I represent you today. And presently, the candidate of the new Nigeria People's Party.
Echo. I don't know whether my audience are getting the echo. It might be in my studio. So I'm going to try and find out if there's echo anywhere. If there is, I want to know. And for those of you, you can make your comment and I will allow your comment to play. Okay. Is that on the front share already? Extra shares. Thank you for joining. Kelly is already on the screen. So what they can do is they can also ask questions. So the questions will display here. and I'll share with you, Honorable.
No problem.
So first, let's quickly go on to why we're here tonight. It's a town hall meeting. It's not a place to joke. It's a place to deal with the business of today. Honorable Ben Igbakpa is on the hot seat. My first question would be, sir, for those of us who are laymen, what does it mean to be in the Federal House of Representatives? What is that? What does it mean, sir?
Well, thank you very much. Our democracy is a representative democracy where everybody cannot sit on the seat at the same time. So by virtue of that, the people, through election, through nomination, send somebody. They either vote for somebody or somebody is appointed. That is so. Other areas, like areas in the executive arm of government, but when it comes to parliamentary activities, the people can either still nominate or vote for somebody to represent them, just like what they did in the Constituent Assembly, where people, most times they are not voted, people are appointed. But in this case, we are voted for to represent the people. That is why most of my colleagues refer to themselves as representative this or that. So it's actually for you to stand in for the people, to do the business of lawmaking, to do the business of oversight, and the business of representation.
Right. I mean, yes, now I'm more comfortable in my studio. I was hearing some echo. Now I'm with you live. Okay. For those of you just joining us, like I said, you can ask questions by just sending in. You can type it in and I will put it to the Honorable. A time will come when I allow people to make their phone calls. They can phone in through the number, which I have spelled out. Okay, that is quick. If you guys will give me some time, I'll be very happy. I can see that I will not be able to pick my personal call. If you call the number, I will answer you. Now, okay. Quickly, Ben, let's go on to number 2 questions. I know your guys are ready, and they are ready. I can already see a question on the way. They're getting excited. Listen, this is not the time to be excited yet. Let me finish with him, then you guys can come up and jump on the business of today. Honorable, number 2, I said you have been in the office for the past 4 years. What could you show or what could you say? Yes, in my 4 years in office, I have done this and I have done that.
Well, I've been there for the past 3 years and about 6 months. 3 years and 6 months. The business of legislature has 3 cardinal functions: lawmaking, oversight, and representation. And on lawmaking, I can beat my chest that I've been up and doing to the present day. I've had about 16 bills to my kitty. Talk about representation in terms of motions. You remember that there was a time our bridge, the bridge between Ogara and Mosoga, was almost into 2. I raised it as part of my responsibility of representation, and the federal government listened to it. Today, the bridge is one of the best in the country. When issues of headers and farmers clash came to my constituency, I raised it, and they sent a team of representative from the Director of State Security and the National Orientation Agencies came to Delta to verify, and they saw it. So many other ones that talk about legislative influence. Most times people tend to look at the number of confrontation and clashes that the parliament have with the executive. I think the best legislative legacy that one can talk is the amount of dividend that you're able to attract to your people. So talking about doing the job of a parliamentarian, I've been up and doing. I have my motions on all spheres, be it within the economy, within the federal constituency, or even the state at large. Not too long ago, I took on the issue of the Benin Sapele Wari Road, which the federal government has swung into action, and a lot of remedial job has been done on it. So there are quite many. When you come to oversight, you remember when I took on the Minister of Work, when the issue of NNPC taking up some roads for repair that has to do, and so many of the kilometers were in up north, while we have less than 200 kilometers in the south. I took the Minister of the former Governor of Delta of Lagos State, Baba Tunde Fashola, up on it, on why You're talking about NNPC, and you're taking a lot of this route to North Central. He had his reasons, but those are some of the things. You remember when it comes to the issue of the NDDC probe, I asked the question. I took up the professor. I asked the question that led to the popular fainting on television. So we've been, I'm sure, in the ranking as far as performance is concerned in the National Assembly, Etu Federal is up there, and without trying to blow my trumpet.
No, that is not actually blowing trumpet. Sometimes I see you out there, and anybody watching tonight, we do confess that, Ben. In fact, sometimes I watch you when you took on the custom guys, and I was saying, hey. And I remember when you were telling the president that you were in Ghana, and somebody made a comment. It's all that, man. So we're proud of you. We're proud of you. But
Thank
that
you.
being said, Honorable, hey, for those of you, I can see some, don't forget tonight, Honorable, some people may not be, we're going to have a couple of people calling in. That's why it's called a town hall meeting. Some of them may not be friendly.
Yes, may not be palatable. It's expected. It's a town hall. So
yes,
I'm not expecting anybody to massage my ego. I expect to deal with issues, and I'm ready to respond to.
For those of you who already, I can see already one group already initiated here. I'm going to let you people call in, but please give me a few minutes to have some moment romance with my Honorable before I let you guys have him. So, Honorable, most important question is one of those questions that concerns me. So, two really. One is this: as somebody from Ethiopia West, from Ethiopia constituency, and from Urobo Nation, I've been always been concerned that we're neglected. We are marginalized on two grounds. One, the beautiful state, Delta State, which is supposed to be our state. Unfortunately, the capital city is where I call, popularly, they all know me that I call it in Anambra State, because it's just a stone throw from Anambra. And that is a big concern to people like us. And number two, we do produce oil. And to be honest, if you look at our area, you can't see the effect of this oil. Maybe I'm wrong. So, and as somebody representing us, have you been able to raise this issue, or I am talking from as a layman who's far away because I'm in the UK?
No, I wouldn't agree with you that you're talking as a layman. But again, the issue here is really that of the Constitution. The Constitution, the way it is cast today, have given all resources, especially the oil that belong to us, they have vested it in the exclusive legislative list, which means that it's only the federal government that owns the oil. And that is why when you hear people talk about restructuring, for me, restructuring is about devolution of powers, where we can run the federalism that we are supposed to run. But most times I disagree with people when people talk about true federalism. And I said there's nothing like true federalism. It's either we are running a federal system or not. It's either we are running a unitary government or not. So in Nigeria, we are running a federal government that is being run like a unitary government, where the center decide everything. So we should pray, but it's going to be difficult, really. It's going to be difficult getting these issues settled, because if we are going to go through the legislative work, the firework of the parliament, it's not going to be possible, because the country has been skewed in such a way that certain quarters, certain parts of the country have all it takes. Imagine, for instance, Kano alone has 24 members of the House of Representatives. Now, you look at Delta 10, you look at Bayelsa 6, you have Rivers about 10. So that is to say, if it comes to voting, Kano alone can almost outvote 3 states in the South.
Oh, and my God.
These are things that has happened over time, and our leaders did not look to it. There was a time we used to have Ethiopia Federal Constituency used to have a member of House of Rep from Ethiopia West and another member from Ethiopia East. Today we have one. What happened to it when they were being withdrawn? Nobody did anything, but nobody went to court. Now, if you try to fight it, it's like a fight for eternity that you can never get justice. So we are in a quagmire. We are in a position where it becomes difficult for us to deal with. But be that as it may, I think it will take only a government with that political will. But it's not going to be easy. It's going to be very rough for any government, for any president to come up and say, I want to do the right thing. We must sit down as a people, maybe in a constituent assembly, where we'll have to go back to some of our constitution that have been abandoned. From the way it is now, the present constitution is going to be very, very difficult. So the right thing to think about now is how we can get our the resources given to the quarters, a federated state that operates like a federal government, where the state, the regions take charge of their resources and pay certain royalty to the center. But from the way it is that our governors and our people go to the center every month to get the Father Christmas allocation, which is grossly shared in a way that the center owes it all. Why should the federal government be coming to do road in Delta State? Leave me with my money. I know what to do. Why should you come and be building education schools in my place? Leave me. I know what to do. I have people. I can deal with my health. But the federal government is holding it. Thereby, the items that are on the concurrent list, the federal government is doing it. The state government is doing it. And if care is not even taken, the local government will be doing it. And at the end of the day, nothing is really working. So that is the problem. They're talking about our people as a senatorial district. I remember there was a time I moved a motion on the need to probe and see what happened to the Delta State Company. It's not within my constituency.
Yes.
But I believe it's in my senatorial district. Yes. I got information from some of our constituents who worked there when the company was there, and that probe is on. But again, this time, some of the things that I'll do by the grace of God when I go back this time is to try to really create a legislative agenda within all of us from Delta State, from Central Senatorial District, so that we can work together as one, having things to do. What should we work on? What should we pursue in this federal constituency? What should we pursue in this federal constituency? Look at our area of comparative advantage and work as a team. Because presently, I must say that we are not working as a team. Where everybody's going their own way, duplicating what one has done, and so those are the things, and those are some of the experience that I've been able to gather in these 3 years plus that I'll put to bear going back to the National Assembly again.
Wow, I can see that you are more or less alone in this area. If Kano have 24 and we Delta have 10. So what can we do? We have no voice, and as it is, Delta are not working together from what is coming out here, and it's unfortunate. Yeah. That is why the experience of going back might be very important here. So because I know a lot of people are hungry, they want to jump into this broadcast. Hey guys, take it easy. I'll be out in a second. I have 2 more questions for Honorable, then I'm going to throw it open. Number 4, Honorable. And you made mention of one as you were talking. You did the bridge, which is very important because that becomes it's like a death trap for everyone. But another thing that concerns me as somebody in the UK is every time I hear development in Nigeria, it's always about building roads, about water, and sometimes the human beings are not often carried along. I just don't understand why we spend a lot of money on trying to build infrastructure, but the human infrastructure are lacking. Why? Could you tell us any human infrastructure you've been? Because I've seen, listen, you can't even name some of the things you mentioned. I know the College of Education, which is now a University of Education, coming to the Agbon side. And you've been very even in your approach, and your work is sound. But could you tell us some of the things you've done in terms of human capital development? I think that is the right word to use here. Yeah. The infrastructural development is there. What about the human beings? Are they carried along, really?
Well, we are doing quite the little we can do. I've had a lot of support as regard people that are in school, but because the way it is now, even after the training, after going to school, after acquiring the certificate, you find out that there are no jobs. So what I've decided to do in the last phase, since last year, is to start looking at areas where we can support people that will come out as professionals that are really out there looking for. And presently, I have 2 persons in the All Nations Marine School in Ogara there who are under my scholarship, because these are people, the moment before they finish, they get their job. But that has not removed the fact that we have to support those in higher institutions, those in especially the universities. We do quite a lot of them that we are supporting. We have some of our people that are outside the country that we have to put in the little we can do, knowing fully well what this present government has done to our economy and our exchange rate, the foreign exchange. So it's becoming more difficult to see how we can support our people abroad. But the little we can do, we are still doing it. But I am going to continue to focus on this side to make sure that people that we are supporting are people that will come out from school and have the job waiting for them. Because the paper qualification is not just helping us at all now.
That's a fact. And that's one of those things we've been talking about that in the late day. Our educational system is failing us. It has failed us. And we'll come to that. I don't think I have time to do that. They won't be letting me. A lot of people are there too. They want to jump on me. They wish I'm not even here anymore. One more question and I'll be out of the way. Honorable, now I know you're trying to go back. You're fighting to go back. What should we be expecting in the next 4 years? So because we're going to hold you accountable to that. What are the? I think perhaps because of the vast, the huge challenges we have, it might be wise to pick on one and get it done. Pick on one and get it done, so that we know it's done. So, what are the major things you think what will be your major focus going back to the House of Reps this time?
Well, there are two for me going into the next assembly. There are two basic things that I want to do. While I continue with what I'm doing, representing you adequately, I will want to focus on ensuring the implementation of two bills that are very, very dear to me. Those are legacies I want to leave as a member of the National Assembly, especially House of Reps, because I believe I'm still very, very qualified if I choose to continue my legislative interest. The Federal University of Education in Isiokolo is very dear to my heart, and the Federal Medical Center in Ugara is very dear to my heart. Those are two critical developments that I hope to pursue. By the grace of God, it has passed the House of Representatives. So no matter what happens, if nothing is done, I will just dust it in the next assembly and present it to the Senate again. So we have done 60% of that job. And while I do all I'm doing, try to make sure that they will give access to our people in terms of road infrastructure, give water to our people so that they have potable water, think about the health institutions that we have created. But those two, the moment I'm able to get those two, I think I am a fulfilled man.
Wonderful. Honorable, I'm going to allow other people to weigh in on their questions. Before I know some voice calls are ready, I'm expecting some people. I can see Bishop Ame. I'm going to add him to the screen. Bishop, you're on the screen. Bishop Ame.
Yes.
Welcome to this broadcast. Honorable Ben Igbakpa is online with us. Do you have any
Thank you very much.
Comment to say, sir?
Igbakpa, God will bless you. We are thanking God to have you today. Because you will in one more Urobo swallow.
Thank you, sir.
Urobo swallow. Urobo hope on you. You to not anyway, but what carry here? I know Bow Workara. Are you go Kirangma? Obo Shurelu Kobo, Oyebo Moyikabo. Urobo Westwalo, Igbakpa. Oyo Shamuwe.
Thank you,
I
sir.
know Moramu Yuko, already get a sherry.
Thank you, sir.
Urobo Westwalo. You are welcome to the platform. I will want you to tell us if by the next election, God happened that you were elected, what are the things you are going to do for Urobo? Show us and tell us little of it. God bless you.
Thank you very much, sir. Like I was saying, I want to go beyond Etio Federal, just like I did in this present. So first, make what time. I've always I've heard your voice. I've not been opportune to meet you one-on-one. God bless you for your kind words. For me, I believe going back to the National Assembly will afford me the leadership role to hold our people together. Because for some of us, when we went there, we look at, like I just said just now, we worked at cross purpose. We're just doing our things. I think it's very good for us to sit down as a people, as representative of Urobo Nation, and have out, this is what we must take home and pursue it, irrespective of the local government that project or program is coming from or going to. We need to start looking at the bigger picture. That's one. Then two, we will now have better experience better experience on how to get things home. We came as new members. I didn't even know the committees that they were electing me into until it came out. But this time I am more experienced. I can now decide this committee is where I want to go. This committee is where I want to go. Either I want to fight for chairman of a committee or remain as a member of a committee. But I will know the good ones that I want to work with, where I can get more goodies for our people. Apart from that, I will continue. I assure you that I am going to strengthen my legislative capacity and ensure that all things being equal, we have a president that will be a listening president that we have to sit close to and see how we can bring dividend to our people. I don't believe that the number of confrontation you have with the executive is the strength. Your strength is the number of collaboration, complementary effort to the executives so that we can bring home what our people are expecting. So be rest assured that we are ready.
Yes, in fact, I am impressed, and joining us right now is the Nuevo of Ugariki Kingdom. He and his wife, they are in London. Good to have you on board, Chief.
Thank you.
And the INIA, the two chiefs are here, you know. I'm sure they have something to say.
Yes, sir.
Also,
Brendo, Ivo, Dodo, Merry Xmas.
Thank you, same to you.
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
I had to talk about when I went to burn all a book of war. So
Thank you, sir.
Because everyone and one about their trial.
Yes, sir.
Who when a but one book
Sure.
and what they say, Luo, Amanjere, Amaginero, I will book of one and Roko.
Sure.
When you have to tell us what better than
Yes, sir.
tell
Yes, sir.
when you makobo.
Yes,
Ugara view no beyond one la one you maholu Kogara Wolu data Wolu Kurobio. That
Yes, sir.
Siegwali.
Yeah.
Hello. When I answer, I almost see it. Yeah, Ben, I can tell you that you are loved, and I'm gonna try and just give an opportunity to a group. They are here, and they're gonna. I'm sure they will have one or two questions to ask. So I'm gonna. Okay, hello people on WhatsApp group. I can see Kenneth here, Malaysia boy, and one Felix. I'm gonna start with Felix. Are you there, Felix? Because if you're not talking, please mute your phone. So that I'll give everybody one quick time to ask a question, and then I'll move. If Felix, if you are there, Felix, we're going to take your question quickly.
Hello?
Hello, yes. A quick one.
Hello, sir.
Yes, make it quick, yes. I'm on your way.
Okay, now the place.
Blendo. But the purpose of other people, I know some of you can speak very good English. You can speak Robo, you are free, because we're talking to our constituency today. For your information, this is a place where on the town hall meetings, people are allowed to speak whatever language they choose to, as long as we can communicate. Unfortunately, for those of you who don't understand the language, we have to do some translation in the future, but that's the way it is. So, go on. Malaysia, could you mute your phone, please?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Yeah, Felix, yes, go on.
That's the issue of this election in the hello?
Yes. We can hear you. Can you just ask the question, please? Quickly.
Okay, sir. You work. I don't know everything. We don't know what.
For some reason, we cannot hear you. Maybe if you get to a better place, we will take you back. Thank you. So we have to jump. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna move on to the next question. If I can hear Malaysia boy quickly, let's hear your question.
Hello, Big Daddy Chris.
Yeah,
They hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Honorable Nigo.
Hello, Malaysia.
My question, I just have some few questions to answer. Over some time now, there is a purported news flying on air. Immediately, INEC released name of candidates contesting for the various constituency. And there's a news that Honorable Ben Igbakpa name is not released. It's not in the INEC portal. And another way around, there is a news that the name has been posted to Sapele Uvie Open Local Government. How will Honorable respond to those rumors flying on air? But as far as I'm concerned, this town committee is concerned, Honorable Ben Igbakpa is not a candidate under Etio Federal. That's one question number one. Then on the other part, he has been saying some of the projects he has done where his office as a House of Rep member. I want you to list some of the capital projects he has done or executed in Ethiopia West in particular. Construction of roads and also of other things that he has done. Let me hear from that first before I bring any other questions.
Thank you.
No, complete all your questions so that I take it at once.
Exactly.
You have more questions because he might just. No, I think 2 questions is enough for one person.
Okay. Thank you very much, Malaysia boy. You almost concluded the questions yourself. First, I am a serving member in the House of Representatives. I stand up on the floor every day and I introduce myself as a member representing Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West. I was a member of the State House of Assembly. I stood up then and I introduced myself as a member representing Ethiopia West. And when you see something sinister, when you see something that is absurd, when you see something that is abnormal, that my name went to Okpe Sapele Uye, I think as a brother from Ogara, you should cry and say that the world is wicked. And today, I put it to you that, yes, I am aware, I know all that transpired, how my nomination form was altered, how my phone number was correct, my email was correct, and my constituency, where I represent, where I presently hold a certificate of return from Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West issued by INEC in 2019, where I fill a form that contains Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West, where I have a nomination in 2019 and 2022 bearing that, where I held a primary which I won under the New Nigeria People's Party under Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West, where the man who left that I substituted wrote a letter of withdrawal bearing Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West, where he swore to an affidavit bearing Ethiopia East and Ethiopia West, and somebody somewhere wanted a cheap election, went and altered that nomination form. The primary, the physical nomination form that I signed is presently with INEC. The one that you altered is there with INEC. I signed a document, and that physical form is there. You people went through the computer and altered it. I didn't want to talk about this, but bringing it is so annoying, is so ridiculous, is so childish, and whoever sent you on this voyage is just about destroying your person. So next time, please, let's learn to talk in public. Let's try not to overheat the polity. There are things I shouldn't be saying, and that is why I am keeping them. But let me tell you, at the end of the day, be rest assured that Ben Igbakpa is on this ballot. I am going to run. My name will come where it's supposed to be because I have all it takes, all the credentials, unless you are telling me as an Ogara man that I have sworn to an affidavit that I'm now from Okwe Sapele Uye. But for that, let's take that to the bank and be sure that whatever you people did is going to be corrected by the right authorities. That is one. Then two, you were asking about projects. Let me start. When I started in 2019, I reactivated the waterboard road and cleaned that gutter. I did it, it's still there. I have a transformer they call it no tension road by Champion Pateke. It is there. I have one opposite the teaching hospital in Ijomi. It is there. I have one in Otefe. It is there. I have one in Ovade. It is there. I have one in Agolane. It is there. I have another one opposite Ogwedio. It is there. I have another one by the General Hospital. It is there. So what are you trying to say? I have water in Agolane. I have another one in Ovade. Presently, I have a transformer in Mosoga, which is installed in the College of Education. I have one in Ajatito that has been installed. I have a water scheme as you are going in Otumara. It is there. They are using it. I have another one in Ajatito. It is there. They are using it. There is one in Agolane. That is for Ogara. And then go to Jesse. I have a type 2 primary health center. Is bigger than the general hospital we have in Ogara. It's completed, fully completed, and waiting, waiting commissioning and execution. I am trying to discuss with the local government chairman because primary health center is under the local government. I reactivated part of Atiwa Road. The contractor, which is FEMA did a very shoddy job. I requested that they be petitioned so that I can follow it up, but they didn't bring the petition as at when it's supposed to be. That shows I am not the contractor. And when you live there, there is a transformer by a water factory in JC. Today, I have a water scheme running in Okode in JC. I have another one in Ajawini. I have another one just completed in what do you call where you have this our guy Chief Okokobioko. We just completed. As I'm speaking to you, we just did 4 new water schemes in JC that I am coming home to commission. We just completed one in Egbo, in Samagidi, in Ward 10 Kokori. We have done one transformer in Kokori. We have one in Eku. We have a road, Felice Rimeda Street in Abraka. We have a transformer there. We have 2 roads in Okpara, plus the one of the short one where the Elder Street, or what do you call Okurepo. I have a road there that is there. Then go to Ward 7. What's 7? Wow. To the Kess Road. Isiokolo in Ekrebo Quarter, my water scheme is running there. So as I'm talking to you, in case you don't know, go to Igu in Ward 8, Ethiop East. My water scheme is running there. So as I'm talking to you, we have 22 wards. We have projects, 3-4 projects in every ward. The only ward in Ethiop East now that have one is Ward 10, which is Egbo. We only that water in Samagidi. We just completed a water scheme in Pamo here in Ogara. I just commissioned it. So I don't know when somebody is talking about what have you done. I am telling you these are the projects I have done. They are verifiable. They are not projects that the federal government came to execute in my constituency. All these are projects that I influenced and brought to my constituency. And the people are happy at it. So I will not sit down and see somebody who thinks he knows more than Noah and just want to talk for talking sake. And that is unacceptable to you.
You've answered the question. You have answered the question. I think the world can hear. We are here, and it's a town hall meetings. It's not a place to throw every negative things you have. But I think we were able to answer the question. He asked a simple question and he put it in the right perspective. But it would be a shame, I must say that, I'm sitting down here, if somebody really, in Honorable Ben Igbakpa, is from Ovade, is your brother, whatever somebody would not do to take his name to another constituency is a shame. He has represented us in the Delta State House of Assembly. He was a tutor, he was a commissioner, and now serving. How can he come from another local government? Yes, I think Chief, the INIA of Agbo Kingdom have something to say. Over to you, ma'am.
Oh, sorry, man.
What
and the platform giving you that opportunity to come and explain things we don't know. I'm from Agbon Kingdom. And I
you.
put all my life in Ogara Kingdom. So I will appeal to you to do things in Okpara Inland, because you've not mentioned Okpara Inland. You
We have
mentioned my grandmother's village.
4 roads. We have 4 roads in Okpara.
Okay.
4
Okay.
roads. Then I did a self-help project. If you are going to Okpara, there's one place where they don't go during rainy season. They can't pass. You have to remove your cloth. I personally put a drainage there. This year, vehicle passed the road. And
Even
when
you mentioned Igu, that's my grandmother's village. I was very, very pleased.
I have
and
4
you
roads.
mentioned Okpara, you mentioned Okuropo. That's my father's village.
Yes.
And I'm thanking you. And I know when you enter there, you will do more.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
We will pray for you, because what you just explained in the platform, it shocked me.
Thank
you.
Thank you so much. That is the essence of a meeting like this. To say what they think. I'm going to try and bring in a lot of other people. They have a lot to say. I know Peter Ebuge is on the platform. He has something to say. Manager, boy, can you mute your phone, because your phone is I can see it modulating, so I won't be able to bring in the WhatsApp in. We cannot be talking at each other. We talk to one another. That is the only reason why I will not be bringing the WhatsApp group in yet. If you can quickly off the phone, I will allow Kenneth to say something, and I will allow Victor Ebuge to say something before I move to the next WhatsApp group. Don't forget, it's a town hall meeting. A lot of people are ready. They prepare for tonight to ask honorable questions. Please, thank you very much. Okay.
I am ready to be roasted with truth.
Yes. Victor Ebuge, are you there? Victor, if you're there, I'm going to give you a chance to say something to honorable. He's right here listening. Okay, I think, sometimes, Victor, you're in Europe, so we should be having a problem with you. All right, because I want to jump out of this WhatsApp group. If you guys allow me, I've listened to Malaysia Boy, we've listened to Felix. Kenneth, if you want to say something, or Victor, if you guys don't want to say something, I have to exit this group, because another group where they have questions, they say, hey, for those of you watching, if you just can type your questions, I will bring it out and I'll read it for Benny, will answer, for honorable to answer. If I have the chance, if you have the chance to call in, please call in. You don't need to be on the WhatsApp group to call. Just call the number. You can call through WhatsApp. I'll pick it. It will still ring. So, Oyoma, so I'm going to quickly, I'm going to try and bring some, this thing here. I don't think it's a man-made, and I believe it can be corrected. Anyway, somebody said it's on something here, and I want to bring this question here. This is from Prince Ogene. He said the error in that document might be a typographical error, and I don't think it's a man-made, and I believe it can be corrected. That is politics is I don't know where that is. I don't really want to dwell much on that tonight. My take tonight is to look at what Honorable Ben Igbakpa has done in his time, in the 3.5 years in office, and for us to say, has this guy done the right thing or not? Is he qualified to go back? That is the essence of a town hall meeting. I'm not here to look at what people say, the gossip behind. We want the right person to do the job. Not for our sake, for the sake of the future generation. Is Ben the right man for the job? That is a question we must all ask ourselves tonight. And you've seen him in the House of Rep. Are you impressed with the way he handles matters? Let that be our focus tonight. And I don't want you to. I would like not to dwell too much on the error in the document. I'm sure those documents will be corrected, and if it's a thing to bring us down, it will be to definite shame. But I want to see Chief Edward Onebosa is joining us from Ogariki. Edward, can you hear us, sir?
Yes, Minyo.
Back. You have any questions for Honorable? Quick one, sir.
Urobovado.
What do you mean when?
Honorable Bakpa,
yes, sir.
Because you questioning, but make a request. One request. I'll make one over. I understand that the Ethiopia Federal Constituency has been split into 3. We have the Abraka Delta State state constituency. We have the Ethiopia West is split into 2. So that's what I understand, that the Senate President, the Deputy Senate President, has raised a motion so that this constituency, this state constituency can materialize. I just want to see if you can do that with in conjunction with the Senate President to actually this thing to be actualized. These two constituencies, state constituency, can be actualized before your tenure expire. So that's just my request.
Thank you very much, sir. The truth is, these things are constitutional things. They are not things you can just go via emotion and it is done. They are constitutional things. It takes a lot of time. Yes, I'm aware of that motion, but it's beyond the motion. It's beyond the motion, and I cannot, unless it's magical. It is not true that it can be done in this assembly.
All right. Yes, the time is short, and the time is the best time to start anything, like you say, Ben Igbakpa, is now. If there's something that can start, I know you can always kickstart it, and whatever happens. And I know you, by God's grace, will be going back, so the job will become easier. I'm just joined now. I've joined another WhatsApp group. Unfortunately, I have to be very fast because time is not on our side. And I'm going to give the floor to Barrister Solomon. He's a barrister in the UK here. He doesn't want to give everything out. But he has a question to say. Barrister, do you have anything to say, sir? You're welcome to this town hall broadcast, sir. Barrister, can you hear me? Yes, sir.
Urobo Wado. Isi Wado. Ola Wegbaro, Oyumi Kurubejo, Bejro Boko Barwo.
It's
Only of America, I'm maybe a Ben Igbakpa. I like my mama walks out of okay, reward to take a mali, rip it to Umona. So you want me to bojo, Mijo, you body or the me.
All the K flow.
Honorable Ben Igbakpa, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
We are so glad to have you.
Thank you.
In fact, when we heard that you were coming, many of us, including myself particularly, had to jettison some other issues, very also important issues that I had at hand, and to make sure I attend the program. I've heard you speak. You have spoken so well, almost unmistakably. But however, I have just 3 questions to ask you.
Yes, sir.
And I want to take them serially. Is it true that there are still some wards or areas in your constituency that have not benefited from your regime? Can you expatiate on that, if it is true? Thanks.
Okay. Technically, we have 22 federal wards under my area of concentration and administration. As I speak to you, the only ward that has not benefited, that has benefited just one project, just one. To say whether anybody has benefited, that's not correct. They've all benefited. It is just only one. It's not even one again, because I just reactivated a crude water scheme. It was completed about 3 days ago. So as I speak to you, there is no ward in my area of jurisdiction that does not have at least 2 projects. Like in Ward 8 that I spoke about that time, I have water in Igu. I have another one in somewhere, is it Agbororo? There's one again, Okwe, something like that. So we have at least 2 projects to parade in every ward, but some have 4, some have 3. You know, these things are done based on requisition, based on pressure. We get this pressure from a lot of people, but some wards, they don't even come. Some don't bother. And when you don't come, nobody stands for you. That is what we talk about representation. When there's nobody representing you in a place, it becomes difficult. But for me as an individual, when I finished, after the election, I went into a protracted litigation. After that litigation, I went round to say, thank you for standing by me. Thank you for your prayers. We have won. I gave them a form and said, fill at least 2 projects. Every ward, at least 2 projects. That out of these 2, we'll pick the ones we can deal with. Some said, that is what they say in politics. They will come and just go like that. They will just come there. They are sweet mouth. They didn't do it. So those ones that fail, I have to deal with them first. When I finish dealing with them, I start seeing, okay, there are other wards that did not say anything. I'll call somebody that I know, in your area, nobody did anything. Do people want something? Because I believe it is not good enough to just do prestige projects. I do my project based on the needs assessment, what the people want. Something that I'll put there and the people will appreciate it, not just to build and I say I've done something and nobody's benefiting from it. So that is what we have done. So as I'm talking to you, we have all the 22 wards have at least 2 projects.
Sorry, Ben. Sorry. I had to come in like this. My apologies. Please, I have to come in like this.
No problem.
Now, many of them are crying that you didn't promise them water. You just came. It's not water you promised them. Is it true that when you were campaigning, there were several other things you promised these people, and just now you are giving them pipe-borne water, and some of them are complaining bitterly that even the pipe-borne water is not working very well. How true is this, please?
No, what you are saying is throwing an entire constituency into the same basket. Could you be more definite as to which area are you talking about, so that I can help you? Because there's nothing I do without the people requesting for it. And if there's anyone that says water was given to they didn't ask for water and I gave them water, well, I don't have any answer for that. But until you tell me where exactly.
Okay, Ben. Let's take it this way. It this way. So you are saying that the whole pipe-borne water you have provided, everyone is working perfectly well. Is it correct, please?
Very perfect. Very perfect.
I want to even chip in here.
Very perfect. But if you have anyone that is not working, please let me know.
Exactly.
Because I remember even the one in Ugu.
Sorry.
Can you just listen? Can you listen? Just let me guide you here.
This is the time for you to keep your mouth shut. It's not for you. The question is for Ben precisely, because I know the area that I am going.
Please, can you tell me which area exactly?
As I speak, not all the pipe-borne water are working. As I speak, not all the transformers are working perfectly well. Some of them are done at the moment.
Okay.
It's not entirely true.
I agree with you. Listen to me. Can you listen?
Now,
Can you listen? You are not helping me.
Of your time is that
I want you to be interactive, please. Can you listen to me? Let me guide you here. In Nigeria, the distribution companies that this electricity business have been sold to, when you have a transformer, the moment that transformer you install it, they will tell you that the people are not paying their bills. And when they are not paying their bills, they now brought a policy that every new transformer, the consumers should go and buy what they call the maximum demand meters, which will now be 1 meter saving the entire transformer. Now that they will not have the problem of going to collect money, because they said that the moment you connect one, because I fought that fight not too long ago, 2 weeks ago, that they should connect everybody individually and collect their bills individually. And they said the moment I connect to you, Honorable, the man next to you will go and connect illegally from you, and there's no way I can fight that. So that is why I had to pay an average of about 6 million not too long ago to energize the one of Kokori.
You have answered my question. There's no way you can fight that. No problems. You have answered my question. I think I am convinced already that it is true that some of them are not working, but that there is no way you can address that.
Yes.
Well, I feel satisfied with that. Then the other question, because time is not on our side, Chris was not quick enough to bring me into the program quick, because it would have been something that more, enduring and rewarding. I'll put it that way. Can I ask this question? Hello, can you hear me? Hello.
We are with you.
Where are you?
Okay. Now, why did you leave your former party that brought you to the political scheme to join the New Nigerian People's Party? Because I hear that you were never in this New Nigerian People's Party. Is there any reason for this, Honorable?
Yes, thank you very much. There are some of these things I really don't want to talk about, but I'll say it because we're in a town hall meeting. First, political parties are vehicles. They are vehicles to actualizing political aspiration. And the candidates are the drivers. And when it's like a marriage, if you go into a marriage and you find it that you're not having your peace, I think there's nothing wrong in you going for a divorce. I was in the PDP. I believe I deserve to run a second tenure because I have run a first tenure as a member House of Assembly, one tenure, and now I've been able to get to Abuja, and I believe, let me have a taste of what it is to run a second tenure. And somehow I was almost being denied, and I said, okay, let us have a free and fair primaries. I went into the primaries and I discovered that the primary was not free. I discovered that it was not fair. I discovered that it's something that is about to bury my political dream prematurely. And I had to leave elsewhere. I left that marriage and now I'm in another marriage. And I don't think there's anything wrong in it. I decided to move on because I have my political aspiration that I don't want to bury at this early age. That is why I left the PDP, and I'm very happy I'm now in the New Nigeria People's Party. I should be in a place for everybody that is going into marriage. You should think about your happiness. You should think about your future, and that's exactly why I left the PDP. I don't have quarrel with anybody, but I believe that the PDP is no longer in their activities are no longer in tandem with my aspiration as a politician, and I moved.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's getting exciting.
Oh, you man.
For those of you that see Hardity, you can join the discussion. I am going to be here for another, if I can squeeze another 15 minutes, that would be
well.
easy.
Can I ask one question, please?
Hello.
I'm with you, sir.
Honorable Ben Igbakpa, let me thank you so very much.
Thank you, my brother.
You have doused some speculations that has been running in the minds of very many people. And I want to put it to you that I'm not a member of any political party. I've never been a member of PDP. I don't know James Ibori. I'm not his friend. Even Okowa, Udwala, I don't know any of them. But what I know is that I'm an Urhobo man to the core. And what I want is development for the entire Urhobo nation, because the PDP has really brought the Urhobo nation backwards. And if that alone is the reason you have given, it's more than sufficient for me to be convinced that you have taken a good step, the right step in the right direction. I congratulate you for this, Honorable. Thank you so very much, and stay well and stay connected. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is Barrister Solomon.
There's one question I want to ask you,
Okay.
Ben.
So,
Because maybe no know. Daddy Chris.
Yes, sir.
Hey, there's one question I want to ask. In respect to the speculation going on, I'm not aware, or then I will nearly Sevona or the way Maria or boy Calabacca, I'm not aware. Sevona, go when I'm now big bow. If when I'm now Ugale, order the Tana, right Tana, nature you call your Geneva. I want you, what do you think we can do to rectify it as a people? Because I've gone on here, my voice tell one. Because one level, Oborobo one yavi yoba imi mudi aviyo. Oda de Ozigi Kegbe, Oda dolu yota agbata because yota fokori. Wobo to tana na one a party or hospital service. Evoke what we yomi, evoke what we Otumara. Evoke what we sapele. So what the junction we ku won motor. So no. As I move aje we ku won motor we Koko Joshua. What that we for. I don't be blare. But go dey kogide na tane jone agbenu de we. What can we do to assist to see that everything is properly rectified.
Thank you.
Well,
and I think it is a very important one, Ben. I'll add a little word to this. It's a very important one that when they are oppression, the people can sometimes have a say. And sometimes it's good to cry to us. If we are happy with your work, why can't we say something? Or maybe even cry out, maybe write. You know, there are things even those of us in the diaspora, don't forget, tonight, this town hall meetings is you're talking to a cross-section of people in the diaspora and at home. For those of us in diaspora, sometimes we cannot vote. We've been disenfranchised, but we can raise political issues. We can raise concern. Say this is not right. So, if what Bishop said, I think I kind of agree with that. We might be able to do something. So, what can we do if this is because some people are against your going back to office? Thank you.
Well, it's a good thing. It's a good thing, but you know, we are in a country where laws are applicable. We work according to our laws, and I am very, very sure. The Electoral Act 2022, by the grace of God, I am a member of the Ninth Assembly, and I know what it entails. And I am also aware of the various channels to assuage whatever oppression, whatever you feel is not right. We're exploring all that channels. And by the grace of God, I am very, very positive that the right thing will be done. But let take it to the bank that it was not an error. Somebody said it could be an error. It was not an error. There's no resemblance. There's no semblance of Ethiopia and Okpe Sapele. That somebody is able to put my phone number correctly, put my email correctly, and guess so. And they didn't just end there. They went from the party to INEC. I saw their footprints. And they should be ashamed. They should be ashamed, really. That's the height of desperation. And they are the same people that are going around saying it, thinking that they can weaken the morale of my supporters with that campaign. But I tell you, my supporters are the same people that believe in that cause. You know, the soldiers, there are certain soldiers that are very difficult to defeat. Those are soldiers that have taken a voluntary force to fight a cause. And my soldiers, my supporters are those kind of soldiers that are so determined to do what is right. It is time for change, and we are going to make sure that we do it.
Thank you. All right, Honorable, you heard him loud and clear. We're going to believe in the system. There's a law in Nigeria where things can be done. If Honorable need us, he will let us know. For now, I'm going to just go back to, just by way of carrying everybody along, I'm going to read the questions. It's a question you've answered before, but I will say it out for the benefit. So for those of you who are watching, if you have a question and you cannot call, please send the question in and I will read it out and he will answer your question. So the question is, this one is coming from a Dafe Obire. He said, my question goes to Igbakpa. What will be your focal point of work during the second tenure? He has said it, he has answered before, but I'll still let him answer it again. Because that's something we all want to hear. That is the key point. If you go back again, what should we be expecting? I think that's
my focal point, like I said before, apart from doing what I'm doing presently, speaking for you, representing you and making you happy to see that this is my representative, I have two projects that are very, very key to my heart, very, very close to my heart, and that is the Federal University of Education, which I want to ensure that the implementation begins, and the Federal Medical Center, the one in Isiokolo and the other one in Ogara. Those are my key items that must be.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Yes, we're moving forward. I'm going to take a quick break, but before I go into that, I want to see, are you there? Oganero is in the UK. He has a question for you. I know him. Isiakwere, are you there? If you're there, quickly, let's take your question. I'm going to, because this group, I may run away. Isiakwere, let's hear from you quickly.
Hello?
Yeah, we're with you. You can introduce yourself so Honorable know who
Yes,
it's very important that when you call, you introduce yourself so we know where the question is coming from and stuff like that. Go on, sir.
Yeah, the network is breaking down. Good day.
Sometimes,
Can you hear me?
yeah, now we can hear you. You're in London. How can your network be bad? Go on, sir.
Yeah, good day, Honorable Ben Igbakpa.
Maybe it's where you are. I have to.
I want to ask you some questions.
Okay. But
Okay. Sorry, that is. Yeah. You're Honorable. I'm in the United Kingdom. I'm in the United Kingdom. I'm from Cocoa Inland. Cocoa Inland. It's a big local from
Thank you.
In your government, as a House of Rep member, what have you done to stop the menace of killings in Ethiopia?
are you trying? Unfortunately, you're in London. We shouldn't be going to this.
I think I got the question, Daddy Chris.
Because we know there are a lot of.
Yes, I think it's trying to talk about the killing in the state for some reason.
Yes, Daddy Chris. First, let me agree with him because I remember the first motion that I moved as a member of the House of Representatives. It was titled "Incessant Killing and Destruction of Farmlands in Ethiopia Federal Constituency. The need for thorough investigation and stoppage." That informed the need for the DSS to send their team to Delta State. And then one of your own, Chief Mrs. Faith Majemite, was the council chairman. The people came from Abuja. They wanted the chairman of the council and the leaders to come to Asaba. Unfortunately, Chief Mrs. Faith Majemite, probably she said she didn't know because I know I've taken her up on this one night. She said she didn't know. The chairman of Ethiopia West went and he said that he has no problem because then it was herdsmen. He said he has no problem with herdsmen in Ethiopia West. The one of Ethiopia East did not go. It was only the OV of Oruarivi, one of the two kings, that sent a representation with a written representation to the committee. After that, the committee went back to Abuja because our people did not show enough reason to believe that that is happening. They wrote to the National Assembly that that motion was out of place, that it was just crying wolf, because the council chairman came and said, there's nothing like that in Ethiopia West. Ethiopia East did not go, apart from the king that wrote a presentation. One of the kings in the Abraka, a kind of Orarivi and Umiawa, one of the two Royal Highness, are the only people that sent a written representation. So then the National Orientation Agency came, because in the motion, the second leg of the resolution was that they should make it, let the northern people, the cattle rearers, know that this thing is illegal, and tell them that very soon government is going to criminalize open grazing. They came, they did their own, and they left. Again, our people were not even there to attend the town hall meeting. So they came from Abuja, they did nothing, and they went back. So as your representative, the three cardinal function of a legislator is lawmaking, oversight, and representation. I have represented you by bringing this matter to the fore and the floor of the National Assembly. It is for our people to show cause that this thing is real and they need the help of the government. The third leg of the motion was that the, what do you call it, these people that normally distribute things to, what is their name? One of these federal agencies that distribute items, food. Yes.
NGOs.
Yes, the government has their own. NEMA, yes. That NEMA should even come and attend to those people that can no longer go to their farm, that their farm has been destroyed, things like that. NEMA should come and compensate them. But because our people trivialized that motion back home, they went back and nothing was done. And I cannot go fisticuff and start blowing people. It is my mouth. You sent me to speak for you, sir. And I spoke for you, and your representative back home messed up the whole thing. So,
Thank you. Yeah, but then it's a shame. It's a shame because and this is all about enlightening us as well. That's why when I started the interview with him, the first thing I asked is what his job, and he has done his job, and what they expect from us to do. Perhaps we're going to bring that one in. But in the meantime, I'm going to take a little commercial break. It's telling me who we are. We'll be right back. For those of you who are just joining us, this is a town hall meeting. Joining us tonight is Honorable Ben Igbakpa, representing the Ethiope Federal Constituency at the Federal House of Representatives. He's here answering questions. A lot of questions have been asked, and I think we're getting satisfied. If you want to join, there's a link. You can join the video. I cannot take a lot of people on the video. For those of you who have questions to ask, I will still be taking more questions. But right now, I'm going to take a quick break. Please don't go away.
SR TV. Innovative content, global audience.
You're welcome. Welcome back. Welcome back. It's a quick one. I'm not here to waste all the time in the world. Chief Edward, your video is doing something funny. For those of you, Comrade and Okwoje dancing, your videos are funny. That's why I've not brought you in. I need to see the video that you are putting so that I can bring you in, please. If
Daddy Chris,
all right, I'll bring you into the platform.
Daddy Chris,
So we want to see give out to the rest of the world so they don't.
Daddy Chris.
Yes.
Can I say something?
I'm going to take one question from this WhatsApp group. That's why I believe in WhatsApp group. If you want to call, please do so now. The number is +44. It's WhatsApp. Anywhere you are, you can call us for free. It's +44 7459 071747. Let me repeat that. +44 7459 071747. So Bokona, I'm gonna open Samson. Let me take a question from Samson. A quick one from Samson, very quick. All right, could be a comment or a question because I know you are from the. Are you not? Is something not from that area? I think something's from the area.
Yes, Ethiopia.
Let us hear from you. Samson, can you? Oh, maybe. Sorry. You know they won't be hearing me because I mute my phone. Okay, Samson, I'm going to give you a chance to ask a question, and it should be a very quick one. Please, I know you can hear us. So please, if you have any question for Honorable, go on now. All right, I'm going to throw it open between Samson and Zakpokona. Any of you that is there, ask your question now. Or you know how they do it in marriage. Do it now or forever stay silent. All right. All right. I'm not sure they can hear me well, but Ben, Honorable, once they get on the platform, once they are ready, I'll bring them.
Daddy Chris.
Should I ask a question, sir?
Okay, Rufus. Okay, Rufus. But introduce
yourself,
young man. Okay, go on. Ask a question, sir.
Okay. My name is Oganewo Gaga Munisa. I'm from Ogara. I'm from Ethiope West Local Government Area of Delta State. I'm from Ogara, to be precise.
Okay.
My question is this. I don't want to talk too much because I've listened to all our honorable have said. I know him very well, you know. But the thing is this. Our politicians, they make promises that at the end of the day, by the time they get to the office, they won't fulfill those promises that they made to us. That's the major problem that we have. It's not by making promises, by keeping to your promises. That's the most important thing. Because you can't make promises, and at the end of the day, your people are still on the street driving keke and okada. That is not an occupation. That is not development. That is you are taking your people back to the down route of poverty, and that is what we shouldn't see.
The question, sir.
That is what we should do. Yeah, that's what I'm asking. So I want to ask him, what is he going to do What are the promises? What are the assurances he's going to give to us if we elect him back to office? It should be a debt. It should be something that he's going to sign a debt with us right now. If we elect him back to office, what are the promises that he's going to lay down that we can give him a full assurance of supporting him to elect him back to office? That's the major question I need to ask right now.
All right, but before you said two things. One, you were concerned about the people doing keke, and that is one. The question is that within the remit of his office? That's something I'm asking Ben. And Honorable, and secondly, if you want him to say that like a debt, we're in a town hall meeting.
Okay, my brother Rufus, thank you very, very much, very much. Well, most times I tell people it is not just enough to make promises. It is not just enough because all fingers are not equal in the first place. Do you know there was a time in Ugara where I go around with envelope of 10,000 naira. 10,000. I just put the envelopes together and we'll be moving. And when I see somebody, I call them the ready minds. When I see somebody with your tray, maybe you're selling orange, you're selling something small, I just stop and give them. And some are even afraid to collect it because they feel, how can somebody just give me? Do you know there are people? There was a day, let me give a story. Sorry, Daddy Chris, I'm going to be very brief. I saw two young women, they were almost fighting. I was passing and I stopped. I said, what's the problem? One said she wants to buy ugu that they sell. She sells ugu. That ugu, the bundle is 5,000 naira. And they normally share it. Two of them share the ugu to buy. I think somehow that day, one got the 5,000 naira, I want to buy the entire ugu. And the other one was saying, no, I am supposed to have 2.5. You have 2.5. And the other one said, no, I have this. I have the money. Why would I not sell? Why would I not buy? And I stopped. And I say, what is your total capital that you're doing business with? He says, it's 2,005. When I finish selling, I make some money and I cook for my children. And now, because she has 5,000, she wants to take everything. I give this one 10,000 and give this one 10,000. And I tell the madam, next time when you are coming, when you know you have this kind of customers, tie this thing in 225 so that anybody can just come and buy their own. That is to tell you what that woman needs to start her daily hustling. Good. So there are people that are very happy with the keke. As an individual, because as Commissioner for Transport in Delta State, I led the fight against the ban of Okada. So I don't buy Okada for people. But when you trouble me and say you need Okada, the best I can do for you if I have the money, now that it's very expensive, 500,000, I can't even buy it for anybody again. I can, when it was like 2 something, I'll give you the money. Go and buy it. Don't call my name. I did not buy you Okada. I gave you money. So these are the things. So it is wrong for you to say you make promise and some people are still riding keke. So many people want the keke. If I tell you the list of people that want keke, you'll be surprised. So people want it. That's one. Then two, talking about making promises. My brother, the promise I made based on the office you are sending me to, it's not an executive office, it's a legislative office. I am guided by the 113 million constituency funds every year, every budget cycle. And whatever I'm going to do is going to be within that 113. And you should consider, again, the conflicting demands from all the wards, from all the communities that we have to do. If you look at that 113 million, you can't even do anything. You must be smart, you must be friendly, you must reach out to people. You must reach out to other colleagues that are committee chairmen that have bigger envelope in terms of funding to dash you. People do some 10 million for you. I want water in my place. My people are troubling because of water. They'll give you 20 million. You put your constituency there. So that is how you do it. If you're going to sit down and say you are a legislator, because all of you are elected and you're all the same, my brother, you're not going to bring anything to house. So you must do the mugu. You must do the boy.
Yes.
So if you don't do it, because the people from the north, Some of them, if they call the meeting, you will be the one doing the meeting for them. They are seated, they are the chairman. They have billions allocated to them in the budget. You have a paltry 113 million. That's what, in Lagos now, honorable member from Lagos, they get about 40 something million because the money is 1.1 billion and it's shared. All of you will share it. Every state have the same amount. So because we are 10, that's how we have that 113 about that. So you can see the thing. You must be smart. You must be friendly to people. That's how you can get things. But if you look at only this 113, no, you're not going to come home with anything. So it's like that. That's how it works. So I cannot make promises that I can't keep. I'll work according to what you are sending me to do. And if something extra come, we will definitely do it. I won't take all.
With 10 minutes to the end of the show,
Madam hand is up. Daddy Chris.
God bless you.
Daddy Chris.
I'm going to allow the INIA of
there.
You know, I've been listening to politics all my adult life, and I applaud you. I applaud you, my brother-in-law. You know why I applaud you?
Thank you.
When the gentleman, the Robo brother said, you need to promise. You told him no. I've never heard that in politics.
Hello.
I never heard that. You said no, it's not easy. I take myself as an example, Chief Mrs. Ubiribo. This matter we are saying is a collective thing. Do you know that I impart people in O'Hara Kingdom every time?
Yeah.
I don't wait for politics. The little I have, I impart strangers. I impart people that execute their husband. I impart people that lose their parents. So if all of us can do this, Urobo will go forward. When I step my leg in O'Hara Kingdom, they will be shouting on the street, because of what I've done.
Yeah.
I'm proud of myself because they accepted me in that kingdom. But if we wait for only politicians, no, I impart people in Okada. When I'm in Okada and I look at you, I look at your situation, I will say, come to my husband's house, come and see me. And I send messages to all my friends in London, and they donate money. And we impart, you know. So for you to even come out and say, I cannot promise, this is this. Honorable Uncle Ben, may God continue to bless you.
Amen. Thank you.
I like that.
They will promise, just to get away from the situation. No.
Thank you.
No, but
Daddy Chris, can I make a comment?
Thank you, Daddy Chris. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Daddy Chris, can I make a comment?
Daddy Chris,
Yes.
answer my question because I didn't hear you.
You didn't hear me? Okay, 1 minute. I'll come back to you. Right now, he has answered your question. I'm going to take a question from Edward Onobusa. A quick one, sir.
Okay. Honorable Ben Okobilo.
Yes, sir.
My own is just a comment. It's a two-way comment. One is comedy, one is direct comment. One of the comedy is that you look beautiful when you are without these dark glasses. And we appreciate you remove your dark glasses so that you look beautiful.
Thank you, sir.
Very handsome now. Very good. Then the other one is that you know we always like you, but we know the election is not fucking easy. All right, forget about American English. Election is not fucking easy, and I want you to actually be on ground during the campaign and mobilize people, not fight peacefully. Mobilize people, not fight peacefully in all the wards. Peacefully, not fight. Mobilize people peacefully, not fight in all the wards, so that people can actually identify, because it's a new party, so that people know the party, they can actually vote properly. That is what I just want you to do. Organize your guys. You know, I'm a chief. I may not be able to organize, but I'll be able to talk to chief too. But organize the young men. Let they identify this new party. Mobilize them. Show it to the old women. Show it to the illiterate. Show it to the literate. This is the party of Ben Igbakpa, because your picture is not going to appear on that ballot box, but rather the symbol of your party. So this is just my advice to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I think it's answered. I don't know, Honorable, all I can say is you are loved. I'm still going to allow some few people to ask questions. I have something. Okay, Isaac, you just coming. Where are you coming from? You'll be sleeping. Well, I'm going to bring in something quickly. Something, are you there? Because I'm going to jump from this group now. When I leave, I'll probably going to come back. And for those of you watching, we have few minutes to the end of this broadcast. If you have any questions, you can do so now. And if you don't, I will share if you just type it out there. If you're joining through Facebook, you just type it, I will see it here, and I will send the question to him. All right, on that basis, I'm going to read the questions from Godwin Adu. He's one of my regular contributors here in the UK. He said, as a former commissioner for transport, you could not lay a solid foundation for good transportation in Delta State. I doubt that, because that is when we have Delta in Delta State. And what you could say is that you stood by Okada and you could not look deep into the implication and destruction effect of it. He said he doesn't buy it. I totally disagree on that. This is well, I'm not answering the question for you, Honorable, but that is a question from on the right there. I don't think he understood it correctly, but I will let you answer. You are here. Thank you.
Okay, Uncle Godwin Adu, thank you very much for your. Probably you didn't get me right. What I said was that as Commissioner for Transport Delta State, we started the ban of the use of Okada for transportation, because then we had so many people that were in. So many people were in hospitals. People, they were stealing with Okada. I know they've actually they are now using Keke for it too. So because of orthopedic hospital was selling big in Delta State, so the governor then sat me down and decided to say, what do we do? And we came with the plan of getting Keke. We got over 5,000 Keke. Then Keke was selling for about 370,000. The governor subsidized it to 150. And we didn't sell it direct. We sold it through the union, Okada Union. We have to get them involved so that they don't revolt. You know, when you don't get these people involved in whatever policy, they revolt. So we got them in. There were about 8 unions. We brought them under one umbrella, and they had a president, one person speaking for them. So the people will go to them, pay the money to them. They were the one remitting to government. At Alan, they were taking 20,000 then for kind of charges. You know, now they want to do so. I didn't want to interfere. So they'll be the one to give me the list. When they give me the list, we release to them. That was what we did at our time. And you remember, as Commissioner for Transport, we introduced the popular Odwa bus. Then you can leave Warri to Asaba with as low as 100 naira. And what are we doing with the money? We were not really after the money, because transportation is social support to people. It's a social business. The government is supposed to see what they can do to subsidize transportation. And then there was this payment they call what do you call that? There was one money they were paying that time. It was coming from petroleum. Whatever you carry, the number of passengers, we created manifest for them. The number of passengers you carry as a transporter, at the end of the month, we calculate the difference. What others are collecting, then we pay you.
Wow.
So it was going around. The people were transporting, they were going out with ship transport, air-conditioned buses, and very, very safe that time. So we did it for all through the period. The government and the governor was paying the people, whatever you bring. When you bring your manifest and our agents are with you, they confirm it. We'll raise the check. The office of the accountant general pays. So that's what we did. And we were doing it not because it's an Udwanti. We're doing it to be an institutional thing. But, you know, every government have their area of priority. And that is no longer. So I don't agree that we didn't make a solid foundation for transportation. You remember we were trying to build the BRT, the bus rapid transport in Warri. But when the new government came through, they had their priority and they changed it. So it's like that. I believe till date, that is still the hallmark of that administration.
Thank you very much. Honorable, this is the time is. Listen, I can't do more than 1 hour 30 minutes on this show. If you guys,
Daddy Chris, Igbakpa, I just want to tell you, other the way around you, I'm going to there's things I would not want to say here. God bless you.
All right. Isaac, the only question I would have loved to take, but the time is out. We have to learn to work with time, so other people can take. So because people have things to do, time to be time. I will move the broadcast a little bit forward. I will not be able to. It's always it's a very.
What
you keep talking to them. I know a lot of people want to have you back, so I will give that chance. Thank you very much for this evening, ladies and gentlemen. That is we're coming to the end of this broadcast. That is the first of its kind on Robo Television, on SRTV, sorry. And if you're just joining us, I had the opportunity to host Honorable Ben Igbakpa, the member representing the Ethiop constituency at the Federal House of Representatives. The program is called Town Hall Meetings, where we meet our leaders and ask difficult questions. I think we've done that tonight. More on the way. And we love you. My name is Daddy Chris. Stay tuned.
Thank you, Daddy.
SRTV. Innovative content. Global audience.
And I don't know, Daddy Chris, because network